Hey YouTube, what's going on here? It's the Gamer Lycan, and I'm bringing y'all today a video about the new changes that's going to be coming for Season 7 regarding Conquest. So I'm going to have some gameplay in the background for y'all as usual whenever I do these patch note videos and stuff. These developer insights or whatever you want to call them. And with that being said, I'm also going to be putting some images up so y'all can kind of see what's going on and stuff. You can see directly from the developer's page what I'm reading off and what these changes will be. I'll put up some images about the new changes that are also going to be opening in the map. So like there's going to be some mid-harpy changes. I'll put some images up on that once I start talking about it. There's going to be new XP camp near duo lane. We're going to get into all this in the video in depth. I'm just kind of giving y'all a little table of contents, if you will, about what I'm going to be talking about in this video. That being said, let's go ahead and get into this. So I know y'all don't want to hear about some stats and stuff like that or looking back and stuff. We'll go ahead and get into the changes right away. So basically, there's an invade meta that they're trying to change. Early invades have one major problem: they break the intended pacing of a match. This strategy immediately raises the stakes, causing wins or losses to be determined too early. This generally results in a stressful experience that feels more influenced by randomness rather than skill. They also want to change the jungle role and the mid role feeling less impactful than other roles. Previous changes to the map, combined with meta shifts throughout the year, have caused this feeling. Junglers were intentionally nerfed on a few occasions due to their ability to snowball a game. Mid laners have been sharing more and more farm to the rest of their team to adapt to the meta of grouping up in their lane. Although these issues resulted from intended shifts, a new season is always a good time to evaluate roles and attempt to make them feel all equally important to the outcome of the match. Another thing that they want to change or fix here in Season 7 is that duo lane, not at all resembling the support and ADC duo lane. Smite is designed to encourage more rotation, teamfighting and jungling in the early game for all roles, but we still want the roles to meet player expectations. Players strongly expect there to be a viable duo lane in a MOBA, so as pros have continued to shift god/role positions into an unrecognizable state, we will be introducing changes that encourage a return to more familiar territory. Another change: solo laners can't solo kill each other. Solo lane this year was as impactful as ever due to the addition of the totem of coup. The problem was that too many players, especially on the high end, found that this lane had very little room to flex your skills. Very few solo kills occurred in the early game, resulting in a less exciting experience. With our problems identified and thus the goals set, they can start enacting meaningful changes to the map in order to solve these problems. They have a new consumable called the Hand of the Gods, and they have another consumable, a new starter relic called Vision Shard. So the new consumable Hand of the Gods, the Jungle Clear relic, is making a return, but this time as a consumable, along with some key functionality changes. The problems that are being targeted is the invade meta. The goal of this item is to give all roles extra protection against invades, which this item they can opt to have safer or quicker early jungle clear instead of additional potions. This consumable deals damage to all jungle monsters in a small area around you. You can only carry one stack of this consumable at a time. This damage effect does not damage enemy camps or jungle bosses, but it is increased by Assassin's Blessing. damage dealt is a flat amount, does not scale, and this item costs 100 gold. The new starter relic, Vision Shard. Each player's inactive relic slot, the one that cannot be upgraded until level 12, will now have the shard in that place. Activating this places a weak ward in the target location on a 120-second cooldown. The problems being targeted is the invade meta. The goal of this item is to give players more control over their early game experience. With this item, players are less likely to fall victim to risky or aggressive ganks in the early game. And it may also help familiarize more players with the joys of warding, as it will be applied to all game modes. The first relic slot is not affected by this, so y'all don't have to worry about that type of stuff. You can still get your blink, your teleport, your beads, your aegis, you know what I'm saying? The shard can be upgraded to a normal relic for free at level 12. The shard ward looks different and does not change with ward skins, has a smaller radius, lower duration, and provides no gold when killed. There's going to be a new objective called the Jungle Shrine. The Jungle Shrine is a new early game objective located in the area between Yellow Buff and Black Harpies. I'm sorry, did I say Black Harpies? I meant Back Harpies. I apologize about that. The problem being targeted is the jungler impact. The goal of this feature is to add more team-wide impact to the jungle role in the early game. Junglers can't be in every lane at the same time. Now their allies will feel their impact through the gift of gold. We hope this has a similar level of success that the Totem of Ku had. This objective's gold reward grows each time your team clears a jungle camp, so it essentially has a variable respawn time and variable reward amount. So this is kind of like, it's just gonna give gold to everyone on the team once the jungler gets it, basically. There's some changes with the yellow buff. It's gonna spawn earlier. The yellow buff now spawns at 20 seconds instead of 23. The problems being targeted by this change is the invade meta, the jungler impact, and also mid impact. The goal of this feature is to make sure mid laners and junglers have enough time to clear the yellow buff before lane minions meet or harpies spawn. Certain mid/jungle combinations would not possibly be able to kill the camp and still make it to mid lane before any minions are killed. So it's not a guaranteed that all mid laners will be able to reach mid before clearing it, but it should help out with a lot of gods. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put up an image about the mid harpy camp that's changed and stuff. The mid harpies and gold fury side now have a very different jungle path that favors the home team mid laner. There is now an additional mid harpy camp so that each mid laner has their own. Problems being targeted, middle lane impact. The goal of this feature is to increase the amount of farm the mid laner has access to and to make the lane significantly safer. Players are losing a path from order to chaos side, which will make certain rotations much more difficult. The mid harpy camp on fire giant side is not changing and will still be a contested neutral objective. There's also going to be new XP camp near duo lane. A new XP camp featuring a single elder harpy has been added to both the order and chaos side of the duo lane. Problems being targeted is that the duo lane isn't really a duo lane. The goal of this feature is to encourage players to stay together on that side of the map by giving them more XP and gold resources. The camps are positioned in the environment right next to the purple camp. These are tanky, hard-hitting monsters that are cleared most easily by a group of 2 players or more. Lastly, we got some changes here. Some more changes, some additional changes if you will. The purple buff now spawns earlier in the game. It spawns at the same time as yellow, so the purple camp and the yellow camp will now spawn at 20 seconds. The problems being targeted by this change is that duo lane is not a duo lane. The goal of this change is to give the duo lane a big head start and save gold and XP. It should make it much less likely that duo lane loses the camp to enemies at the start of the game, and it encourages 2 players to work together to clear it in time for minions to meet. Here's the change that I'm kinda happy about. Health pots will no longer stack with health chalice. The problems being targeted is the invade meta, and solo laners can't really solo each other. The goal of this change is to prevent tanky gods from bullying everyone early in the game. The ability to stack double heals has helped early invaders stay alive longer and to cause more trouble, and this excess healing makes solo laners much less likely to die early. Some more balance changes. This is going to be the last of the changes that we have to talk about here in this video. These changes might be equally important or impactful as some of the other features here, but they don't require as much explanation to understand. They all contribute to the problems and goals we have already stated and can be discussed in more detail in the future. The effects that all 4 jungle buffs have on the players are now slightly adjusted. Jungle camps are getting a 10 to 20% increase in health and protections, so it makes them a little harder to kill. XP splitting changed from 20% to 25%. Totem of coup rewards will be slightly adjusted. Blessing adjustments, there will be some XP and gold adjustments, and even more coming soon, but not listed here in this developer thing. This developer insights, news, I'm not sure what you want to call this. So basically, yeah, that's all the changes that we know of so far that are coming in. Let's see, is there anything else? No, I think that's everything. I think we've covered everything in this video right now about the changes. These changes are coming tomorrow. I know this video is a little late, a lot late, but I got it out to y'all, and hopefully y'all can get some information and some knowledge from this video to help you do better in Smite Season 7. This gameplay is going to be still going on in the background for y'all to enjoy. If y'all like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. As always, because it helps me out. I'm a new YouTuber. And something to note and remember is that I'm going to be doing a $1,000 giveaway once I reach 1,000 subscribers on my channel. So stay tuned for that. And you have to be the first 1,000 people to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, everyone have a blessed day. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of y'all in Smite Season 7.